Good evening, friends. It's Chris Angel coming at you for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. At the time of this recording, I hope you had a great weekend. We're heading back into Monday tomorrow. And we are talking tonight about the Groundswell. You know, my company is called Groundswell. We have a marketing agency called Groundswell. And a groundswell is a surge, right? It's a surge of energy, a surge of results, a surge of impact. And one of the things that I talk about all the time when you're in my programs or even in this show, right? I'm always talking about content. Partly because it's the heart of or the foundation of our marketing strategy, right? Content marketing is the kind of marketing that you put out to the world finds, and then the right people in the world are attracted to you, right? It's attraction-based marketing because you're putting out what you believe about the world or how you see the world, and the people who line up with that are attracted to you, or they at least they can see like, oh, you're like me. I think I like how you see the world. Let's talk some more. So I love that, and content is at the heart of that. But your content in marketing is not the thing that will create the groundswell, which is sort of weird to think about given how much energy and effort I put into talking about content. So I want to break this down for you a little bit because it is important that you understand where the groundswell happens, because if you don't get that, then you're going to spend all this time in marketing and miss the point. You're going to miss the point of what the marketing is for. Okay? The marketing, the videos, the posts, the blogs, all the stuff is not for the sake of another video. Where the groundswell happens is in the transformation of the people you're trying to serve. It's in the transformation of the people. That's where your groundswell happens, right? So if you're in nutrition, or you're in transformation, or you're in relationships, you're in health, whatever your product and service is, when your people experience your product and service in such a way that they come out the other side changed for the better, and then they take that change and they go implement it in their life and spread it on to others, that is what creates the groundswell. What creates the groundswell is people working with you. It's your product and service that creates the groundswell. If it's a good product and service and it creates change in your people, then that's the thing that actually creates the groundswell. Okay, now, Brent, let's bring us back to marketing. Knowing that it's the moment, the process, the time that creates the transformation is your product and service, all of our attention now shifts to how do we find the right people to come through our process. Enter videos, enter marketing. Marketing, the entire point of content marketing is to find your people, so that your people say, I think you can help me. And then they come through your process and you do help them. And now they go on and change the world. That's how this works, right? It's years ago when I was in real estate, one of the things we would say is, most of your leads will not be now leads, right? So out of all the people that are interacting with your content, most of those people aren't now leads. Like, they may be inspired by you, they may be interacting with you and commenting with you, but many, if not most of those people are not going to hire you or pay for your thing right now. Most people are future leads. And what's required, if they're not now leads, then what's required? I'm just going to let that question hang for a minute. If most of the people are not now leads, then why create content? Because content is the thing that nurtures the relationship. Content is the way we continue to add value. It's the way we continue to stay connected. So why do all these videos? It's not because that's where the groundswell is. It's because that's where the nurturing of the relationship happens. I didn't get this for so long. I would try stuff and then I would try something else, and I would kept trying all these other things, and I couldn't stay on message long enough because, first of all, I didn't know what my message was, And then I couldn't stay with any particular model or framework long enough because I couldn't find myself in any framework. Nothing felt authentic or aligned for me, right? And I didn't know my message, and I didn't know who it was for. So I didn't know myself, I didn't know my message, and I didn't know who it was for. It's like a trifecta of, inefficiency and ineffectiveness. But once I got clear on that, once I got clear on who I am, what I'm here for, what things light me up, what sparks my fire, and I got clear from that on what my message was. And from that message, I started to feel into who was that message really for, who would most resonate with that message. All of a sudden, something unlocked for me, and I could be consistent in a message. This is a great example. This is episode 165. For 165 days in a row, that's almost half a year, I've done a daily episode, a daily show. Never in my life have I done that. But it's because I've unlocked something. And consistency now is easy in the content. Why do I want to be consistent in the content? Because I realize that most of my leads are not now leads. And I'm committed to my own groundswell, and I'm clear that my groundswell happens when people come through my programs, because that's where they unlock their voice. That's where they unlock their potential. But if most of my people aren't now leads, then what is there for me to do? Well, what's there for me to do is to stay consistent in my message and my truth, so that those who stumble into my content, or those who find my content and resonate with that content, will at some point raise their hand and ask for help. And I'm here when that happens. I'm here when they're ready for that. Cool? So for you guys, just be clear that your content, your groundswell happens from your work. It happens from people working with you in your products and your services. Yes? But what gets people into the products and services is your consistency in your content. And that is why, friends, I'm so animate about being consistent in your content. If you'd like help with how to find your message, how to find a message that's in alignment with you, feels good to you, and feels good to the people you're trying to serve, you can start my free course at groundswellmethod.com. It's 5 videos, just over 90 minutes, and it really starts to unlock this entire conversation about how do we create authentic marketing. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and until tomorrow, see ya.